This module will discuss experiential marketing, a competitive advantage for retailers. It was prepared for you by Dr. Anne Marie Fiore. It is narrated by Ms. Danielle Sponder-Testa. This module will start by defining competitive advantage. We will then talk about current marketing strategies that can provide a competitive strategy. We'll close with a discussion on the effects these strategies can have on consumers and ultimately on the business. The focus of this module will be on experiential marketing strategies, which involve active engagement with the customers and the goal of creating a connection with the customer and a memorable experience. Let's begin with the nuts and bolts of experiential marketing. In this section, we will cover 3 topics: what experiential marketing is, which is also referred to as EM. We will then discuss the impact of experiential marketing and what experiential marketing should look like. Experiential marketing differs from traditional marketing by expanding beyond traditional marketing. So what is traditional marketing? Traditional marketing delivers goods to customers better, cheaper, or faster than they would otherwise be delivered. In a traditional marketing environment, the customer is seen as logical, an information processor who is only looking at price and quality of the product. But today's customer wants more than just a good quality product at a good price. They want an experience, and this is when experiential marketing comes in. The need for marketing to move beyond logical information processing on quality and price required a new kind of marketing. This is experiential marketing. Experiential marketing is any form of consumer-focused marketing activity that creates a connection with consumers. This tutorial will provide you with various examples of techniques to create connections with your consumers. Today's consumers want to feel personally connected to a brand. We, as consumers, connect with brands that reinforce or reflect our values. The brand can send a message of what it values or stands for through its various elements, including its promotional activities and ads, its product or retail design, and its company actions. For example, a brand that emphasizes an active lifestyle will use images of models with athletic builds and interior design materials of the store that have a rugged or sturdy nature. We want to connect with a brand that has similar values as our own. A further example of this would be a brand that represents healthy living and would speak to consumers seeking a healthy lifestyle. Further, today's customers want to feel connected to the brand by being part of the community of people who talk about the brand with other consumers in person or online, and they want to be able to feel like they're heard by the brand through personal communication with store staff or owners, or through online communication channels, such as through social media. They want the brand to acknowledge their preferences, such as sending targeted coupons for products they usually purchase, or acknowledging their needs, such as carrying products preferred by the customer. Customers also want a memorable experience that brings pleasure, joy, newness, and surprise. The end goal of a customer-focused marketing effect, which builds connections between the brand and the customer, is a memorable experience characterized by its high level of pleasure and joy, and sparked by something new and surprising. That is, something that goes above and beyond what is expected. Experiential marketing can take many forms, including lavish brand events. Here, Ben & Jerry's launched their new flavor inspired by breakfast cereals such as Fruit Loops and Cocoa Puffs swirled into ice cream. Customers created memorable experiences by jumping into giant bowls of cereal, something that brought them joy and was totally unexpected. Experiential marketing does not have to be as elaborate as the Ben & Jerry's example. It can be something much simpler, such as an interactive experience for kids. Here's an image of a simple interactive example where a vegetable race car game was created to interact with kids at a local food show in Minnesota. Within the downloadable PowerPoint file and also within the experiential marketing files available on the website, you will find that there is a link to a YouTube video with additional examples of experiential marketing campaigns. This is useful to see additional brands and product types that have successfully used experiential marketing campaigns. While those are not viewable in this video, we highly recommend you take a moment to preview these examples. When creating an experiential marketing offering for a customer, be sure that you're actively engaged with the brand representatives and the consumer so the product builds an experience that leads to pleasure and delight. This is the end goal, It doesn't matter as much if it is a grand or simple experience, it matters the outcome of the experience for the consumer. Now that the basic understanding of experiential marketing has been presented, the impact of the type of marketing will be presented. Experiential marketing has a significant impact on users. 70% of users become regular customers after an EM event, which explains why so many brands are beginning to use experiential marketing. Additionally, 74% of event attendees say they have a more positive opinion of the brand, product, or service after the experiential marketing event, and 34% say they will post about the experience on their social media pages. These are significant consumer engagement figures supporting the use of experiential marketing for positive brand growth. Some additional figures that can help understand experiential marketing include that 65% of consumers have said that live events help them to better understand the products and services being offered. 81% of consumers are attracted to an event by the free sample or giveaway being offered. Additionally, 71% of consumers share information about their experience with peers, family, and friends. 77% of marketers use experiential marketing as a vital part of the brand's advertising strategy. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics predicts that event industry will grow by 44% from 2010 to 2020. This exceeds the growth predictions for most other industries. Additionally, 65% of brands say that their events and experiential programs are directly related to their sales. These data represent large and medium-sized firms for the most part, but really show the significance of experiential marketing as a vital part of a brand's advertising strategy. Experiential marketing allows a firm to create an experience that only their firm can provide, giving them an edge and making them more attractive than the competition. This refers to competitive advantage. Competitive advantage refers to a combination of features and experiences that customers want and only your firm can provide. This is what makes your business more attractive than the competition. The next and final section will look at what a successful experiential marketing strategy looks like. Successful experiential marketing activities should relate to brand identity. Brand identity refers to the ideas, associations, or the image you want your customer to have about your brand. The aim of experiential marketing is to translate that identity into experiences. In essence, to translate the brand's essence or associations into a set of tangible, physical, or interactive experiences that allow the consumer to interact with the brand face to face. There are 6 key features of successful experiential marketing. The first 2 focus on the design of the physical space of the store. So first, we have the multisensory experience. This includes items such as sight, smell, and sound engagement. Second key feature is the repetition of the brand elements. The third and fourth features relate to the two-way learning that should take place between the customer and the brand. Third item is the customer's physical interaction with the brand, while the fourth item is the customer and brand both learning something new or unexpected. The fifth and sixth item will in turn show the result of the consumer-brand interaction. The fifth item is the personal connection and relevancy between the consumer and the brand. Finally, the sixth item, and a very significant item, is that the experience should be emotionally arousing. Let's explore how these 6 experiential marketing features are demonstrated by the experiential marketing of the North Face. The North Face is a brand that sells performance gear for backpacking and climbing. It was started by 2 climbers in California. Today, it has expanded to be a lifestyle brand, still with an outdoor aesthetic. The brand now represents a desirable lifestyle popular among more consumers than just serious climbers. The North Face is a pioneering brand with a brand identity that embodies an individualistic, blazing its own trail in pursuit of freedom, adventure, and new experiences that feed the soul. Exploration, freedom, adventure, independence, experimentation, self-reliance, challenge, bravery, and confidence are a few adjectives that represent the brand. The brand's mission statement is "Never Stop Exploring." If you re-enter the link provided on this page into your web browser, or copy and paste it from the provided supplemental file available on our website, you will be able to see an experiential retail strategy used by the North Face. You can also search for this video on YouTube by using the title displayed on the image on the screen. That is, North Face Store's Disappearing Floor Forces Customers to Climb the Walls. We recommend you pause this video that I'm currently narrating here and take a moment to go watch the North Face video on YouTube before continuing. When you come back to this video, in the subsequent slides, I will be discussing how the North Face utilizes the 6 experiential marketing features in this store, so it's best you witness these experiences before continuing. Now that you have watched the North Face video, we will explore how the North Face utilizes the 6 features of experiential marketing in their shifting store. If you haven't watched the video yet, please pause this recording now and go to YouTube to watch the provided link. If you're searching for the video, it is titled North Face Store's Disappearing Floor Forces Customers to Climb the Walls. Now that you have watched the video, let's explore those 6 features of experiential marketing. The first feature we can see on this slide is that the North Face engages the senses. This is through the size of the graphics and the bright colors in the store. The consumers are visually engaged. The brand elements are repeated throughout the mountains and the colors and shapes that align with both the brand and the product line. Next, the experience was interactive between the brand and the consumer. In the clip here, we can see that the North Face brand representative interacts with the customer and the customer interacts with the product. The customer was able to physically try on the product, and the customer and brand representative were able to learn from one another. But the pop-up store did more to build the brand image and exploration, adventure, self-reliance, challenge, and bravery ideals, as you will see in a few seconds. The activity of climbing the wall and jumping to win the jacket embodies the brand's identity and makes the experience personally relevant. It reinforces the desired lifestyle of adventure, independence, experimentation, and self-reliance. Not only are the aesthetic elements important to arousing emotions, but a retracting floor added to the excitement of the experience. The entire experience, from the graphics and the colors in the walls through to the retractable floor, was intended to arouse emotions. Further, the joy of challenging oneself to win the jacket was a very emotional experience. In your mind, do you think this experiential marketing campaign would successfully shift the North Face from an outdoor apparel retailer to an active and lifestyle brand? The 6 features can be condensed into 3 main points for the consumer experience: to build the experience to dazzle the senses, touch the hearts, and stimulate the minds of the customer. Taking that further, the 4 E's can be used to build these 3 points into the experience. The 4 E's entail marketing strategies that help dazzle the senses, touch the hearts, and stimulate the minds of the customer through entertainment, education, aesthetics, and escapist experiences. We will look at each of these 4 E's independently next. The 4 E's are located in relationship to 2 axes: an active-passive involvement axis and an absorption-immersion axis. You can see this in the diagram where the active-passive axis is along the x-axis and the absorption-immersion axis is along the y-axis. Those who passively participate do not directly affect or influence the offering, whereas active participants directly affect the offering that yields the experience. Absorption is occupying a person's attention by bringing the experience to the mind, and immersion is becoming physically or virtually a part of the experience itself. The intersection of these axes creates permeable quadrants, which are, in essence, the 4 E's. Within the squares made by these 2 axes, we can see the 4 E's. The first of the 4 E's we will discuss is entertainment. Entertainment is passive, such as watching others and absorbing what others out there are doing. An example of entertainment is watching the process of fudge being made. While this is entertaining, it is both passive and absorption, for you do not immerse yourself in the process and you simply watch the process as it's being done. Another example of entertainment is watching others partake in a game or competition. On this slide, we have the link to a video that will demonstrate this type of entertainment. While you cannot click on the link in this video, you can type this link into your web browser. Or, if you download the supplemental file available on our website, you can copy and paste the link from that file. After watching this video, try and think of how a similar entertainment experience could be developed for a small retailer who may have less access to resources than a major brand. The next quadrant looks at educational experiences. These entail being actively engaged and improving skills or learnings. Through an educational experience, customers enhance their skills and knowledge through active participation in the experience and absorption of the presented content. One educational experience is when consumers actively tried to improve their skills at snowboarding through a Wii-type snowboarding event. Another educational experience was when the OC's head stylist and fashion expert Robin Lewis West was available to offer expert advice on how to build a stylish summer wardrobe wearing Gap clothing, taking cues from the looks she created for Misha Barton, Rachel Bilson, Benjamin McKenzie, Adam Brody, and the other stars of the OC. This was educational because it included consumer participation and absorption of the content being delivered. How can a similar experience be developed for a small retail brand with more limited resources than a major brand like Gap? The next quadrant is aesthetics. Aesthetic experiences refer to being surrounded by a rich environment pleasurable to the senses, created by others. It's a passive but immersive experience as customers enjoy the enriched, unique physical design and just being in the setting that has been created. An example of aesthetics is the customer enjoyment from just being in the warmth of this oven while waiting for the bus. Another example is a beautiful setting created by rich displays. This image represents a space that is doable for a small firm, using vining plants, flowers from a garden, wooden stakes painted gold, tablecloths, and candlelight. The final quadrant is escapist. Escapist experiences entail the customer being actively involved in creating the experience and feeling immersed in an environment that captures another time or place. In an escapist experience, the customer shapes or contributes to the experience, which offers the customer a way of taking on a new character. This means the customer is both immersed and an active participant in the experience. An example of this would be when customers take on a character of a traditional Japanese woman by renting kimonos and walking through the city. Another example would be when consumers use virtual reality to envision that they are tubing through the city of London. The goals of experiential marketing are listed here. These can be used to measure the success of the experience created for the customer. Experiential marketing should build awareness and interest of the brand, i.e., it should increase footfall. It should build knowledge and trials of the brand's offering. It should enhance the attitude towards the brand and shape what the brand means to the consumer. It should also increase cost effectiveness and trusted word of mouth. It should increase consumer love and respect of the brand, which should lead to increased brand loyalty. Some additional tips for experiential marketing in your small business include that location is key. Bring the event to your target market rather than expecting your target market to come to the event. And tell your story. Make a connection between your brand and the experience. Of course, be sure to utilize social media if you can. It's free and it has a wide reach. Create an experience that appeals to all 5 of your consumers' senses. And consider a partnership. This should be a non-competitor so that there's the potential of attracting a larger customer base. Now, take a few minutes and look at the following experiential marketing campaigns and decide how you could apply these to your business. This shows Target's Back to College campaign. Target hosted this event to boost brand loyalty among millennial consumers. They bused 95,000 college freshmen from 70 schools to stores for an after-hours shopping spree. This event was built on experiences and featured DJs, text-to-win contest, and freebies. How could you take this and apply it to your business model for students in your area? Consider using this type of experiential marketing to deepen relationships with a certain consumer base that will continue to shop in your store for years to come. This is a video of Adidas Experiential Marketing Campaign. If you download the PowerPoint version of this file or look for the link in the online materials, you can watch the video experience. Participants in this Adidas store experienced a new Ultra Boost shoe by trying on the shoe in the store. The store became a huge attraction with increased presence of customers. They were all interested in trying on the shoe. Consider how such experiences could draw in new customers for your store. Think about how experiential marketing could work for you. Consider the goals of experiential marketing and the key factors that we just presented to you and went through in this presentation.